We have the Mastermind on Masterminds.
Always put me in the mindset that creatives can monetize if they put structure to it well. When I see a creative pitching to a client, I know that you pitching to the brand itself.
Yeah.
They are probably
They don't make that decision.
they don't make that decision. That's not where their focus is.
Most of the creators, they don't know the path they're supposed to follow.
We're currently fighting for a creator visa.
Do you think maybe we're not as hungry enough to figure out how to monetize?
You look at Nigeria, no matter who it is that gets a viral moment, they find a way to turn it into something.
How do we get creators to not buy into the hype and actually rather like be interested in value building? Talking about your time and saying it makes you sound old, but my time is older. Welcome to the Masterminds Podcast. So over here, we are dedicated to making sure we grow your most powerful tool, your mind. My name is Richie Mensah, and I'm going to be your guide on this awesome journey. We're going to have a great conversation today. I'm actually quite excited about this conversation. So many creators out there looking for what to do next. But, it's not just good enough to be creative. You need to add strategy, marketing, some structure, and especially monetization. So I'm about to talk to somebody who has shown over the past 15 years to grow talent, grow creatives. He's helped them from being a manager to working with corporate institutions. And now he's actually created a space and spaces that is helping creatives to grow. So we'll have a very good conversation. But there's another reason I'm excited he's here, because today's episode is a play on words, because we have the Mastermind on Masterminds. His name is Bernard Sokpe, but everybody calls him Meister. Charlie Meister.
That's on you really got it right. Mastermind.
Yeah. So today I can say I have a mastermind on my show.
On the Mastermind show. Charlie, nice to be here. I was, when I walked in, I was like, I really like to get on podcasts, but I don't know why I'm sitting here. And the only reason is because when you ask me, I'm like, Richie's podcast is going to have a lot of weight, a lot of content. And I think
thank you.
I like your brain too. And I'm happy to be sitting here to share with you. So,
I mean, my whole aim is to be able to help people grow their minds. Yeah. I basically believe you can achieve anything if you have the right mindset. Yeah. So I got tired of sitting at home complaining about people's mindsets. I said, let me find a way to bring other people like you with brilliant minds. Yeah. So we have a conversation so that they can benefit from it, All right. So how you feeling? How you feeling in general? Like,
I won't say it's the first time on a podcast, but yeah, like it's not something I do all the time, but I'm feeling good. I feel good. I feel comfortable. Okay.
What's your day-to-day like right now for Meister?
These days I do a lot of traveling.
Oh, okay.
And
please take me with you. Put me in your bag or something.
I actually wish for these days, but these days have come, and then now I'm like, I really want to sit down. I want to stay put. Mm-hmm. I mean, naturally I like to travel, so in a way, it also the escape allows me to feel refreshed. Mm-hmm. But my day to day, I spend a lot of time at Jambo.
Okay. And
a lot of time at home with the kids. And a lot of time cycling. So I shuffle between cycling, going to Jambo, and spending time with family.
Nice.
And then if I'm not doing that, I've traveled for some reason, one or two reasons. Yeah,
that's a great balance. You're living a very nice lifestyle.
Well,
I'll come to you for tips, okay?
If it starts reflecting on my account, I'll be
right there.
But I know I'm building something. Today I was tweeting about traction, how traction is the decisive factor to how your business is going to scale or blow up. But in Africa, you can have really good traction, everything that makes traction what it is, except the profits part. So even you might be making money, but it's just going back and bootstrapping.
Yeah,
it's not making it. You don't feel like you're growing, so it can get tiring, and then you ask yourself that, do you really want to be doing this? The number of times I even tell myself that, should I go back to 9 to 5? Because this hustle thing is just so
crazy.
Hard. Yeah, but Charlie, every day inside.
They say as a creative, you give up 9 to 5 to work 24 hours.
I've not heard that one before.
but
Crazy.
but the first thing I want to
Once
ask
your
is,
eyes are open, you're working. For a
yeah,
creative, like once you open up your eyes, like
work
work
starts
starts
instantly.
till it shuts.
Sometimes even when your eyes are closed, you're still working.
I know,
You have
right?
to dream up the
You
next
dream
idea.
up about deadlines.
A lot of creatives just follow the passion and
Yeah.
just say, I'm creative. But you're one person that I've seen over time, you found ways to monetize that creativity. I want to understand the mindset that came. How do you even thought about it that let me help put certain structures in for people to monetize?
Okay, so I think I don't want to sound too old, but I come from I'm an advertising baby. I come from that era of where like most creative modern creative arts, you could only find it in the advertising field,
Yeah.
where the ad agencies like MMRS or Gilvy, is it Skank, like all those old agencies that were Origin 8 and the rest, they were the
Yeah.
ones who were you would find all the professional modern creatives at. Every other person was, because there's nothing like social media. Every other person was probably like well, apart from the film industry, every other person was probably like those wayside people who would draw.
The artists,
the
yeah.
artists. So because I come from that era, I studied communication design in tech,
Okay.
and my, you know, when you do communication design in tech, you choose in your third year, you choose to do either advertising and packaging or animation.
Okay.
And I chose advertising and packaging. So that gave me a good insight, like first hand insight. Like in the beginning, immediately like I started, I did an industrial attachment in um how do you call it, a publishing company. And then after that, I worked I did my national service, or like when I came out of school, I worked in an advertising company, one of those Sachi companies. So it gave me a good understanding of what structure is like for
Okay.
creatives. So I'm like, in the whole spectrum, that space was the only space that was like structured and had a lot of creatives, because I met animators there, I met graphic designers, I met copywriters. That's why I learned how to do copywriting. I learned I met all those people in those spaces, and I saw that there was a structure with the whole account management, design team.
Yeah.
There's finance. There are people who go and page and that kind of thing. So I'm like, this is a creative setup, but it looks so proper. And I was seeing the checks too that were coming in from the client, because it was a very small agency. And I'm like, these guys are making bank. And they're making bank under structure as creative people. But then when you meet other freelancers, you realize that they're only making money for themselves, or hand to mouth, or some gig cam. They do it, get their money, and then they go. But these people were like making good money to the point that there was enough to actually hire people, have enough to do team bonding, buy other buildings on the
Company
streets,
trips and stuff.
things like that. There's a popular agency. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention names. And
Oh, you can mention.
yeah, there's a popular agency or group that is in. Is it Asylum Down? Innova, Results,
Yeah.
Touch Point, and it's admirable to watch how they have they have like multiple agencies under the group, right? And they are doing like BTL, they're doing ATL, and it's beautiful to watch because it's a creative company, and they'll be able to, you can see the growth, you
Yeah.
understand, and you can see that they are expanding, and it just tells you that it's possible. It's possible to monetize, and based on that, it's always put me in the mindset that creatives can monetize if they put structure to it well. And I would say that for me to even get to this point where I am trying to help people monetize, or I can see the business of monetization as a creative, it's also because I did a little corporate. So while I was working in the agency, I got interested in the client side because I just felt that the client didn't understand the agency. So maybe if I am there, I might be able to be that bridge between the agency and the client. And by going there, I sort of understood how the client thinks. So there are days that I put on my client's hat, and sometimes I boast to my friends that, or people in the industry, that I'm really good at pitching for like partnerships and sponsorships and stuff, because I've spent time on the client side and I've spent time on the agency side. So I know when I see a creative pitching to a client, I know that do it this way. Like today, even before I came here, I saw on Twitter there was a yogurt, Dole yogurt, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and I saw a creative had quoted he's a voiceover something, had quoted their tweet about something they're doing randomly and said, "Oh, I'm a voiceover actor and I've done this for this brand, and I want to be a voiceover actor for your brand." And he's speaking to Dole. So I just tweeted at him publicly and said he should find the agency that records radio ads for Dole and say this thing to them and pitch to them, because you pitching to the brand itself, they are probably
they don't make that decision.
They don't make that decision. And that's not where their focus is, and it might even be campaign based. So if there's no campaign that requires a radio ad, there's no need for a voice. But if you contact the agency that does it and they like your voice, they keep your voice in the pool, and then anytime beyond Dole, they would always get you gigs. And that's how, when we're growing up, like all the people who are doing radio ads constantly, is because their voice probably signed to a radio agency, and then they constantly pick I like Richie's voice. Oh, I like Caroline's voice. I like this. And they constantly present it to the client. You understand? And creatives don't know that. So
I think that's the problem. I think that a lot of lack of knowledge, if I can say. So many people say they want to enter the industry, but they don't have knowledge of how the industry works. So they don't even know how to approach certain things.
But you know the wild thing?
What's that?
When you try to do workshops, master classes and stuff like that, they don't come.
They don't come.
And I don't know how to wrap my head around it, because
you see that saying where they say, "He who knows not and knows that he knows not is not a fool. But he who knows not and knows not that he knows not is the fool." I think that is the biggest problem we have. It's not just the fact that people don't know. They are not even aware that they don't know. So when they hear there's a master class somewhere, their first thought is, "Oh, this is for the beginners," or "Oh, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm not the target audience." Yeah. They don't know that I'm still going for master classes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing masterminds and going for
I'm
master
always ready
classes.
to learn. Like sometimes when the Gen Zs are doing their things at Jumbo, I'm like, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
How do you do this? Why are you doing this? And they'll be telling you their point of view, and I realize that I need to constantly like update so that I can deliver the service I'm delivering to them. And I'm not shy to say I don't know something. To be honest, like
I think personally that's one reason I like to hire a lot of young people, because I remember the radical change I brought when I was from 17 to 21. I'm 39 right now. I may not be able to bring that radical change, but there's a 21-year-old who has that.
40th birthday is loading.
It's loading. Nobody will ever hear.
Wait. If you don't invite me.
Okay, but what's it like? What's the difference for you between monetizing for a creative versus like a brand, a client? Like, what's the difference? Because like how you mentioned the structure of the Innova and stuff.
So I don't know, creatives or creators. Most of the time, it's one person who is talented, and through that, they start finding a way to monetize, and then now they say, "Oh, I need to set it up and become a company," and then they start expanding, and that goes on and on. So when you're working with creatives or creators, you are now trying to figure out even what the product is, right? So it's like the creator is, when it comes to that, the creator is here, and then the brand is here, because the creator is now like trying to figure out, how do I even monetize this talent that I have? Oh, I blew up overnight. Oh, I made a basket and it went viral. All of a sudden, like, people are calling me. So you have to now figure out basic things like registering your business. What is really the product? How many are you going to do? What's the product market fit? How are you going to stand out? What's your positioning? Who are going to be your target audience? So you'll be doing a lot of raw business development from the start, just teaching them the basics of how to make money. Now, brands or legacy brands or existing brands, the word is optimization. They already have set it up. They're already doing their thing, but now they want to maybe do better, or they want to have competitive advantage. They want to be better than their competitor, or they want to scale. So in that scenario, they started from somewhere. They probably have money to already. They probably have know-how. They've hired a team already, but they just need you to, with your insight and your experience and maybe your execution, to guide them. So there's a very big difference. You're doing a lot of business development for the creator and a lot of optimization for the brand.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I think it comes back to the knowledge. So it's like
Yeah.
most of the creators, they don't know the path they're
they
supposed to
don't know
follow.
the path. Yeah.
I remember when I was launching my book, Yes, It's Your Fault, I had a conversation with an author who was also starting out. And when I told them, like, I had finished setting up everything, was available on all online stores and this and that, they were like, how did I do it? But I was like, I just went online and I learned how to do it. I just took my knowledge from distributing music to realize there must be a way that you distribute books as well. Did the research, found a distributor, set it up. So
there's a guy that came to me and was trying to convince me to write a book. I mean, I do want to write a book eventually. I've always been feeling like, is it time? But every time I speak to someone, they're like, your life evolves as you go on. So you can always write a book, even if it's every year, about whatever has happened in your life. Anyway, back to what it was. The guy who is trying to convince me to write a book is trying to just focus on, apart from just hard copy, he's not thinking of, like you said, online, how to sell it online. And when I suggested that, he seemed like really clueless, and because he's used to writing books for like the OGs.
Yeah.
So he didn't seem to understand what I meant by, is it going to be on any online platforms? And how are people going to get it digitally and that kind of thing. So, and that's a knowledge thing too, because he probably doesn't know, or he knows, and he's stuck in that era of ovation where
you have to do only the physical copy.
But
I find it ironic that creativity is about bringing something to life, yet so many creators are not innovative enough to adapt to these new,
I
methods.
Think, and it happens to all of us sometimes too.
Yeah.
There was a period that I used to work with Mr. Easy. And
I remember that's how we met.
Yeah. and then I paused for a while to do other things, corporate, whatever.
Yeah.
And then when I came back to music, I was still coming with the old strategy that worked then.
Yeah.
And like when I started, I'm like, this thing is not going the way I thought it was.
Because everything had changed.
A lot has changed. And I had to just sit back and be like, I need to adjust and I need to adapt and understand the TikTok approach and understand the teaser approach. Like in our time, I don't want to sound old, but in our time, even if you're in a studio, right, you don't even want to
let people know what's going on.
What song is being recorded.
Yeah.
Or you don't want to even tease a snippet of a song because it will leak. Or something like, it will leak and then you can't put it out again. And then there are people whose songs leaked and then they forgot about it. But now a song can leak and it will even let it garner streams. And that is what will make the song become a hit song. Because then when you finally release it, you can map out all the leaks to the original song and then...
You know what's sad about this? You're talking about your time and saying it makes you sound old, but my time is older. So
it's a hit, man.
But it's actually very true. And I think innovation is constantly happening. One thing I say is that with the way the way technology is right now, nothing stays the same for longer than 2 months.
Yeah.
So if you're not keeping up, finding what's new, right now an artist is no longer just competing with other artists in their country. They're competing with artists all over the world. Now they're competing with AI artists. They're,
they're competing with TikTokers.
The TikTokers
are making music now too because of maybe a phrase or something that went viral. Then all of a sudden, it's a song.
I believe people should always be looking at how do you innovate, or else even if you master the way of being able to monetize, it will become obsolete because what you offer is no longer valuable. Let's say you're a graphic designer. Right now, somebody can prompt an artwork on 10 million different AI sites. So what are you adding to it? But
Yeah.
I want to keep using this opportunity to let people know that AI is a tool. So if you have a skill, instead of letting AI replace you, use it better than the person who doesn't
Yeah.
have the skill.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you're a videographer and you are trying to get a treatment from Mid-Journey. The difference between you, the videographer, and the regular person who will say, prompt me a podcast set, right? Imagine podcast set, 2 chairs, blah, 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 is you can add cinematic lighting,
Yeah.
85 mm lens, shot on, a Nikon this, blah, blah, blah,
Exactly.
and it will give you a
Yeah.
better image. So you can use it to enhance your skill
Yeah.
and still beat the person who is now trying to compete.
And you know the funny thing, people who don't want to adjust to the advent or the emergence of AI constantly want to shame people using AI.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wrong if someone sends me a document that they use AI to help them write it. But it's how you use the AI.
If as soon as I look at the document, I can see AI all over.
I can see the AI, the ChatGPT hyphens.
Yes.
I can see the X. I can see the suggestions.
Somebody even did it and didn't fill in the spaces. You know
And
where
then-
it says enter name.
Enter name. Oh yeah. Someone sent, that was crazy. My wife's friend. Someone sent a WhatsApp chat to it, like a guy talking to a girl, and then he sent a WhatsApp chat to her, and in the beginning said, "Is this is a better response?" And the girl was like, "Yo, are you talking to me with? Are you like using AI, like using ChatGPT to help you respond to me?" I mean, yeah. So using AI is not bad, but how you use the AI, is what makes you stand out as like someone who is adjusting to technology or innovation. Yeah,
I believe it's like when social media came. So many people said social media is 666 and it's the worst thing to have ever happened and this, but a lot of people have used social media positively. I mean, they're watching us right now on social media. They said, I love this thing that they talk about in The Secret. They said electricity can be used to cook a man's dinner, but the same electricity can be used to cook a man. So it all depends on how you use it. Like, one of my favorite things was Twitter. When you were running Twitter, I think that is the time that I enjoyed the use of social media in Ghana the most, because we had somebody who was running things who actually cared about how the creatives could use it and monetize. So how are you able to come up with the Jumbo Space idea from there? Because it's one thing just thinking about ideas for people, but creating a space that continues to grow different creatives.
Jumbo Spaces has.
Whoops.
Yes, it's your fault.
Yes, it's my fault.
Jumbo Spaces has evolved. Do we wait?
Oh, no, you can go. Don't worry. I gotta say hi to the camera.
So, they're gone.
Yes, okay.
You find a way to piece it in. Jumbo Spaces has evolved in different ways, even like before the idea came. And I think it's been a combination of my experience over time and things I've gotten involved with. And one day I just sat back and I'm like, Well, there was a time that I tried to launch a influencer platform with my co-founders. It was called Ripple Influence.
Okay.
We launched. It was doing great, but it was heavy on tech. It was just supposed to be a platform that will connect clients to influencers, help them agree on their rate cards, everything automated, give them the job, and then pay them through escrow.
Nice.
But it was too heavy on tech and too dependent on the CTO. And when eventually the CTO disappeared,
Everything disappeared.
Yeah. Anyway, also I worked with creators for a while, creators. At the time I was running the agency, Meister. We used to do a lot of. We used to handle a lot of influencer management for brands, and we were doing it so well that even they might. I don't want to mention it, but they might give the job to, let's say, a big agency, and the big agency is clueless as to how to go about it, and then they would subcontract it to us. So there was a period that I'll come to work and a lot of creators just sitting in our office, working from our office. We're constantly teaching them how to do their rate cards, things like that. And it just hit me that, okay, if I decide to move out of this office, we need a bigger space that would support these creators beyond even just giving them gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final straw was Twitter. When I was at Twitter, I was working closely with creators, like supporting those whose voices matter on the platform. And that's a lot of creators, like all across Africa, supporting them with their campaigns, supporting them, trying to find gigs for them so that, like, through Twitter, so that they would earn money, helping them monetize, things like that. Even though Twitter wasn't actively monetizing, but we're working on something called a tip jar to help people monetize. And all that just came together for me. So when eventually Elon Musk decided to pull the rug from under us,
when he made it your ex.
I know, right? My ex, I like that. This guy. We had already started planning, so we had even started looking for a spot. So it's something that I was going to do regardless. And then when they finally pulled the rug, I'm like, maybe this is a sign for me to actually do this thing like full blown. And we started Jumbo. So Jumbo offers three things. The first is spaces. The second is education, and the third is resources. Spaces is the physical space where we have the music studio, co-working space, event space, podcast spaces, and any space at all to create. The physical space to us is a community builder, because you need to build a community first before you start doing any other thing digital or any other thing that's remotely scalable. And we're in the third year of building a community. I would say we've had over more than 10,000 creatives walk through our space, like visits, tours. That's actually amazing. Using. I mean, events. I'm one of the 10,000. So. Yes, actually using the space. And then we have as for our newsletter, I think it's maxing over 20K now, because some people find it online and then add to it, and it's just growing. And now even people in other African countries are learning about it. Then the education part is workshops, master classes. You've even come to speak at our, like you said, speak at our place like twice. For the copyright organization, for I think French embassy. I can't remember, but you've been there. You've spoken at our place. But our biggest product for education is our academy. We launched an academy called the African Digital Creator Academy. Okay, it's basically an academy, a way to teach people how to monetize their creativity. It's as simple as that, because that's our slogan of what we stand for: helping creatives turn their creativity into currency. So we call it ADCA. ADCA, the African Digital Creator Academy, is the tool, is our main product that is meant to help these guys. So we did the first cohort this year, 25 students. African Digital Creative Academy. Creator Academy. Creator. If you had made it African Digital Arts Creator Academy, would have been ADACA. That would be basically putting them on the ground where they currently are. Please, we want them out of underground. But yeah, this guy thinks so. It's fit too. All right. Yeah, so Adka. The Adaka is stuck in there. I'm tempted to say Adaka. Adka is it's our flagship like product. Yeah. And we have dreams to scale it like properly, like beyond. Well, first one we did 25 people, 18 paid for it, then the rest was scholarship. And we had over 800 applicants. Nice. But because it was just a room that we were piloting it in, we couldn't, like, obviously we can't bring all the 800. But that has shown us that there's a need for people who want to learn, right? And we are willing to take it to the next stage. Now, the last one is resources. So I mentioned spaces, education, resources. Resources is simply connecting creators to opportunities, providing them with the tools that would help them excel. So when I came, I was excited about your cameras, because we recently bought some cameras that the French embassy helped us acquire. And that's just so that creators can access. We've been running the space for 2 years on one camera and
Really?
two lights.
Wow, you've done
Yeah,
well.
we've shot like a lot. I mean, people come with their equipment too. We encourage that. But now we are like plug and play. We have everything now, and that was part of the dream, so that creators can just come and they use our equipment to shoot whatever they want to shoot. Then also connecting people to get money. The goal is to have a fund eventually that we can
Okay.
give them the money, but we don't have
To
the
help
money
build
yet.
up the creatives.
Yeah, but now.
But one step at a time.
Yeah, one step at a time.
You're achieving everything you set to achieve, so definitely means you'll achieve that too.
So we support creators by, even in our first year, we connected Link Pop, Spacely's team. We connected them to a sponsor. They wanted to do a merch event, and then we're able to connect them to a sponsor who paid for it and helped them with the ticketing and stuff. And it was a profitable event, and they were happy because on their own they were struggling and trying to figure out how they would do that. And that and many other ones. We've taken creatives to France. We've taken some this year. Someone had done a sound. We took a creative to France to do a sound design course through the help of the French embassy. We participated in something called Africans with my runway group, where we took a lot of creatives to France. Some of them were through my runway group, but we've helped in the facilitation of the visa because of our relationship with the embassy. Like Chef Abby, NO Art, all of them, like we were instrumental and played a role in helping them. There was even a situation where NO Art had his visa revoked. He didn't get it, and Jambo had to step in and through my runway group, and we spoke to the embassy, and we confirmed that they were also going with us, and in less than 24 hours, they gave him his visa.
Nice.
So these are things that we want to be able to help creators. When we speak to other embassies, we're currently fighting for a creator visa.
Okay, that actually makes sense.
Yeah,
so that doesn't make it so difficult for creators to be able to perform and work outside the country.
It's been things like that have been there for people who are like musicians and stuff.
Yeah.
But this whole creator thing is quite new, and sometimes people don't get it. So if there's something like that, the application process might be different and to allow them to excel. Yeah. So that's the resources part of it, and it's a lot of things that creatives need, but it's a journey, and we keep evolving. But the end goal, like you were asking, we want to move beyond just the physical space, especially at the academy. We want to even create a digital portal where people can just access all these resources, watch webinars, download stuff, connect with other creatives across the world, get to a new country, find a partner hub. Like let's say if you go to Kenya and we partner with, let's say, there's a place called Ikigai Garage. You could easily just get
That's
there.
One of my favorite concepts in the world.
Yeah,
Ikigai.
the Japanese thing. Yeah. There's a space in Kenya that has that name, similar to Jambo.
Okay.
So it's a very rustic old house, and then creatives come and tech people come and sit there, and then they work. So if, for example, if we partner with hubs across the world like that, or across Africa, you could go to, let's say, Kenya for just a trip, and then you want a place to work, or you want a place to shoot content. There's a place in Kenya called Baraza Media Lab, and you want to, let's say, shoot content. Because you'd probably be on the Jambo portal or part of the all you do is just check, okay, Jambo spaces near me, and then you can connect to maybe Baraza or Ikigai and go shoot whatever you want to shoot there, or find a creative, or find an animator, or anything at all. But it's a long journey, and it's not easy, because I constantly wake up wanting to give up. Like even this week. I
think wanting to give up is part of the journey. I think somebody asked me in an interview, when was the last time I woke up and thought about giving up? I was like, yesterday.
That's my the number. Almost every other month, I rewrite my CV
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, why? Like, why am I going through all this when I can just go and take some job as a director of brand or something and cash out and just because I have school fees to pay. I just don't want to bother. But
It's because you found your ikigai.
I know, man, the purpose just keeps waking you up. And that's what, even I know when I go sit in an office, I would still be itching
Yeah.
to step out and still do that thing. And that's just what keeps me out here. That's what like keeps me out here trying to figure it out. Because, and every day I'm reminded that it's working. I see creators become successful. I see people are taking the creative industry even more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
People come to me now and say, oh, we like what you're doing. We don't really understand it, but we want to invest.
Okay.
You understand? And I'm sure you've had your own fair share of
yes.
people coming to you, and even currently there are people investing. And
Mm-hmm.
it reminds you that what you started doing, people find meaning in it, and people are willing to support it.
Makes
So,
you know at least you're walking in the right direction.
exactly.
Even if it's a bumpy road.
I know.
Yeah. But
You're
purpose is
dancing.
everything. But I think that's also one of people's biggest fears when it comes to monetizing creativity. How are you able to still instill that balance where the person, the creative still respects the art and also respects the commercial value of what they're creating?
So what I tell like creatives is that the reason why they're even what they are and everybody's excited about them, especially even music artists, is the art that they're creating, right?
Yeah.
That is what attracts the people. But it's like inviting people to a party and then there's no like what next? There's no music, there's no food, nothing.
Yeah.
You brought them there, right? And at the end of the day, you also need to live beyond because most of the time it's a phase and you want it to be sustainable. What makes it sustainable is the commerce, right? Like the commercial part of it. But that allows you to, okay, a lot of people are here now. I blew up overnight. I was a TikToker. I did a viral thing and everybody is now on my page.
Yeah.
What next? You can either keep creating content, that's fine because you're keeping them, you're keeping them there. But if you don't put structures in place, you will just be that guy that would. I want to mention it, but
You can say the one hit wonder.
yeah, one hit wonder. You just be that guy that went viral and everybody was excited.
Yeah.
In Ghana, like, this one I'll mention. There's a guy, this guy called 2000.
2000. I remember 2000.
You get it? Like he enjoyed the buzz, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever that came out of it. But he didn't monetize it. And if you look at Nigeria, no matter who it is that gets a viral moment, they find a way to turn it into something.
Yeah.
I really admire
do you
this
think the
guy.
hunger is part of it? Because as you mentioned, Nigerians, it's true. Almost every Nigerian creative we see stumble upon success finds a way to monetize
Yeah.
it. So do you think maybe we're not as hungry enough to figure out how to monetize?
I think the environment of Nigeria, if you've spent time there, is that
So when you get to the airport crowd, they're hustling you.
everybody is hustling. So
Yeah.
if you are born into that hustle environment, you will always automatically be looking for a way to make it.
At the airport, this guy was heckling us to buy padlocks, and we're trying to tell him that we have padlocks on our bag. Then another guy comes out of nowhere to
Maybe
offer
the
us.
padlock needs a padlock.
Another guy comes out of nowhere to offer us padlocks, and the first guy goes to him. Now, bread at the sell. I couldn't help but laugh, Charlie.
These guys, man, but the mindset there is it's very different. And I think we are born into a hustle mindset. They come to Ghana and then they say, Ghanaians are so chill. Like,
Yeah.
we just, if you're talking to Nigeria, you say, you guys agree on doing something like, oh, Charlie, so I'll call you. Like, let's do it. Let's work together.
Yeah.
The next morning, he's texting you.
Yep.
Okay, yesterday it was nice meeting you. How far? Let's start. Like, they don't do, Ghanaians do a lot of, oh, we go do
Yeah.
we go do
Well, I'll get back to
we go
you
work. Oh, I'll
then.
get back. And they never get back to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do we even get here? Yeah, like getting a viral moment and monetizing. There's one guy that like I really admire. And he's one out of many who have also done that. Like I remember his growth. Ola of Lagos.
Okay.
A lot of Lagos was a guy that had a phone, and when he sees, he's a car spotter. That's what he was doing.
Okay.
You know what a car spotter is, right?
No.
So
He
car
spots
spotters
nice cars
are,
and films.
yeah, simple.
Okay.
And it's a thing, like the content creators who are just car spotters. They spot nice cars, they film it. Sometimes they go and then they tell you the spec of the car.
Okay.
Or if sometimes they talk to the person driving the car and ask them things like, "Oh, what's the spec of this? Can you rev the engine?" There's another guy in the UK too that does that, the
Okay.
Nigerian guy. But a lot of Lagos was just a car spotter. He's not even talking about the specs. He's just filming. When he sees a Range Rover or something, you just film it and you're like, it's plenty. That's all he'll do. He'll chase the car and then
Okay.
it goes. And then he put his thing, a lot of Lagos. So you're just showing people like how the affluent in Lagos and stuff. And people started, like, he started going viral, getting a lot of viral moments. People started inviting the dude to showrooms to come and actually talk about their cars for them.
Okay.
Now the guy is selling cars.
Mm-hmm.
He has his own showroom now. Like, yeah, he has his own showroom with people. He's selling cars now.
Yeah.
He's even advertising beyond just cars now. He's even doing for houses. I saw that someone flew him into Ghana to come and advertise some houses
Interesting.
in East Legon. And this house is $2.5 million. And I'm like, this is just a car spotter, and we found a way to. And the crazy thing is, when you reach out to him, I haven't reached out to him before, but I remember when I work in music, so sometimes we reach out to content creators and stuff in Nigeria, and you think that, oh, this person that just always maybe fooling on their page, but you reach out to them and it's a whole team.
Yeah.
They have an accountant, they have someone who is a salesperson, they have someone who is like, they have an account manager, and people who will follow up later, 2 months later, and be like, oh, we work with you on this, we have this thing, we want to work with you on. It's like a whole like funnel.
Yeah.
And
because building a brand is the same as building a business.
yeah,
So if you don't put that level of seriousness to it, it doesn't translate into
exactly
the money that it should. I've seen this happen. I have had like influencers, creators, and stuff that you want to work with, and even signing a contract is difficult because they don't understand the process. You know, they don't have a manager. There was an influencer. I got their manager's number, and I kept calling the manager. The manager, I'll get back to you. Eventually, he was honest to me that he's calling, she's not picking up.
That's normal.
Yeah,
Me, I
she's
work
not
with
picking
a
their
lot of
own
them.
manager's number.
I work with a lot of them. Yeah, they don't respond to you. Their manager, like there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this space. A lot. Like, there are artists that are blown up, and you just want them to do something for a brand, and it's not easy to reach them.
So do you think that's one of the common mistakes that like creative entrepreneurs make? Not understanding that even though creativity is one aspect of the business, there's the real business aspect which needs to be taken more seriously.
Yeah. I think it's a mix of ego today.
Okay.
Like,
everybody's screaming my name.
Yeah, I'm blown up. I'm like, I don't. It's all me.
Like, do you know who I am? Have you seen my followers?
They don't want to. They don't think of it as a business, so they don't want to drop the ego and partner with someone who just focus on, like, sometimes you meet some creators, right, or some celebrities, and you realize that maybe their team, some of them cannot even be bothered about the music. They're just pure accountants or a pure business person who just focus on taking this thing here, and is not phased by all the glam and things around it. So it's a very common mistake that creators don't think of themselves as businesses, so they don't find business people to help them handle their business, and they want to be the face. They want to be the face of the business. I mean, everybody knows you're like, it's you. You're the reason why we're coming to you. But the moment they reach out to you, just pass them to a manager. Pass them to pass them to someone.
And it actually makes you even more respected.
Yes.
Because when people know there's a team behind you, they know they can't deal with you in a reckless way because you have people who are, showing you the way, and they can rely on you more.
You know, the thing that even busts my mind sometimes, we support creators too sometimes and help them with their management and stuff. There's some of them that even fine, they've agreed to have a management. Now brands reach out to us, and then we want to even reach the creator to conclude
And
to
you
do
can't
the
reach
job,
the creator.
and even you can't reach the creator.
Crazy.
So if we can't reach the creator, then
Yeah.
yeah, it's problem day.
Problem
Big
deal.
problem.
How do we solve the problem? And I
Big
think one of the
problem.
biggest problems, which I don't know how to solve, I mean, I've tried it in my field, but it's still never solved. How do we get creators to not buy into the hype and the buzz and actually rather like be interested in value building?
It's that dopamine thing.
Yeah.
That thing that I'll give you an example. Just a few weeks ago, there was a we have a lot of stories. There was a big creator that we all know. In fact, two of them. One of them is a big creator in America, but connected to Africa. And then there's one that's here. Came to sit with me, or one called me, and because they have the same problem that they are making they're struggling with finances, monetizing, that kind of thing. And then all I just kept asking them was, why are you not on YouTube? Right? Because I've seen the content. I'm like, you have viral moments every other week. Almost out of 3 things you post, you go viral. And a lot of creators can't get viral moments. And you get that thing on the platter. But they're spending a lot of time on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. In another market, TikTok will pay you, but
in this market, not yet.
And they don't understand why financially, they enter. So I'm like, why not YouTube? Like, YouTube, Charlie, that place is boring. Charlie, like the comments be slow. But you see, they're feeding off the hype, the dopamine, the comments. But when it's time to pay your bills, comments
don't pay bills.
Emojis don't pay your bills.
You can't walk to ECG and say, here's 5 million likes.
I have this reach, so Charlie, just give me electricity. I'll go post say you turn on my lights. Yeah, so I mean the thing in Africa, right? YouTube is the trusted and the one that we know that automatically you would make money.
And now Facebook.
Yeah, and now Facebook, yeah.
Yeah.
But not everybody can be a YouTuber, not everybody can be a Facebooker. But there's simple things like even you sharing knowledge, people will buy it.
Yeah.
Right? There are all these websites like Gumroad and stuff that if you even do put content up, people buy it. You can even sell an ebook. You can sell your knowledge. You can sell what you know. You can sell anything at all. You can sell merch. You get what I mean? And I tell them this all the time that figure out some product that's gonna make you money. And even if you think this YouTube thing, you can't do it. But for creators who are going viral, I'm like, convert that thing to YouTube and now use the kiki on the Twitter and the rest as a way to drive people
traffic there
to the YouTube. I really enjoyed when Headless YouTuber did his unveiling. And
because it found a way for him to monetize what he was doing.
Yeah. And even him, right? He came to me to ask me what I think. And I was worried. I can be very conventional sometimes because if something is not broken, don't like if it's not broken, just keep doing it. So I'm like, you've been anonymous and it's working for you. Why are you coming to reveal yourself? But it's proven that it's even grown his brand even more. But what I was coming to was that his approach was that he first was shy because I think he had lost his job he had done music.
Yeah.
And he felt like it wasn't going the way he wanted. Then he was working at YFM and I think he lost his job. So then now he didn't want to now come out as he's doing content creation because he's afraid he'll be laughed at. But in the process of hiding himself that's how the anonymity came. He told himself that he's going to do, I can't remember the number, but let's say 50 videos. And he's going to put out 50 videos before, let's say, in 3 months. and consistently release on specific days. And when you post, can you imagine posting your video as a YouTuber and you can't share it with your friend to share for you?
Yep.
Because they'll know who you are. So it's like he's posted it and he's
You have to just leave it.
hoping somebody will find it.
Yeah.
And he himself, he wants it. No, he wasn't even retweeting himself
You
because
can't.
he didn't want anyone to link it.
Yeah.
So you can't even repost it with your other accounts that have following. You just have to quietly watch it unfold.
Mm-hmm.
On his 17th video or something, and then he had a viral moment. Like, think about it. He was not looking, you see, this is the difference. He was not looking at the responses in the comments. He didn't care about that. He had given himself 20 videos, and it was only based on whether when he will reach, or 20 or 50, whether he will reach that number of videos. He wasn't thinking about how many likes would I like, how many comments would I like, how many shares. It's how many videos I'm putting out.
Yeah. The
You
consistency.
understand? Yeah, just put it out and wait it out. You get what I mean? And I just think a lot of people should think that way. A lot of creators should think that way. Because they're looking for that dopamine thing, like, hey, nobody's commenting, no one is liking. Oh, this platform that new, especially when they pick a new platform, this platform that I have just joined, people don't know you. You just set up a new account, but because maybe your TikTok was buzzing and then a new platform, when you post, you're not getting this. Nothing's really happening. But just keep posting because you might have one viral moment, and then people will go back and watch. Me, when I discover a new creator,
You just watch everything.
I get into this rabbit hole of watching from when they started, and I watch it all. And I just think people should think that way, that it's about the number you put out and not the response. So,
I always like to do research before I jump into anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before I started shooting the podcast, I went to watch one of my favorite creators, Mel Robbins. So I was watching Mel Robbins' podcast, and then when I opened her podcast, and then I saw the video that I was watching was the 322nd video of the podcast. And I was like, yes, that's a goal I can get behind.
Yeah.
So like the motivation is not how many followers do I have?
Yeah.
How many views am I getting? It's like, can you be consistent for that long? We talk about purpose as creators, we talk about passion and everything, but to really have something as your purpose, can you keep going until it becomes so strong that it's undeniable?
Yeah.
I think one of the limits of our creators is the fact that they are chasing the buzz. And when you are chasing the buzz, it's very easy to give up. You know how you said the number of times you wake up and you think, should you just give up? It's very easy to give up if you are doing something for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, true.
But if you are really in it for the right reasons, and that's your purpose, you don't stop.
Because hype isn't real. Like, it's like someone standing on the stage and screaming, I'm the baddest alive, I'm the best, and then the audience are just watching him.
Yeah.
Because they don't believe he's the baddest. But what if he's standing on stage and the audience starts saying, yeah, you are the baddest? Like, now that's the difference. Like, the hype man is creating hype, and the audience, now when it's the audience, then this actually, like, the buzz is there, and then now it's real. You get what I mean? So, yeah, and I mean, we've even made the word buzz very, it is Clout, simple. Like, stop chasing Clout, guys. Stop chasing Clout. Clout on the page, Charlie. Yeah. Like, focus on yourself. A lot of people don't focus on themselves. So, like, you see a creator who, like, the one who calls me, like, every now and then, like, she's doing so well, but she's looking at other people. She's looking at other creators who are being paid to go on trips, who are touring the world, who are doing this brand and that brand, and she's like, I'm not getting some of these gigs.
Yeah.
Why am I not getting some of these
They're
gigs?
comparing themselves
like,
instead of
don't
building
do
their
that.
value.
Like, just focus. Like, these days, I've been sitting there thinking about how things were like in the past. And I don't know why I'm doing that, but, like, I just try and imagine, like, how our parents excelled without having to see online the pressure, like what people are doing.
They excelled even more.
Because they were focused
Yeah.
on what they're doing. It's like, this is what I'm building. The only time you get to see people is probably at church, or maybe someone comes to visit you and then they tell you, this is what I'm doing. But you don't wake up one day and then someone has posted Lamborghini or it's on Lake Como, and then you're feeling like, hey, me, I'm sitting in this office or I'm picking truck, I should also be in Lake Como. And it doesn't make you want to do fake things. It doesn't make you start feeling like, oh, I'm not doing it now. But they were just tunnel vision. This is what I want to do. And then they were in there. And it just made me feel like a lot of people need to just ignore all the fluff, all the noise, especially the creators. They just need to focus. Okay, I am a food creator, and maybe someone inspires me, fine, but this is my journey, and this is where I want to get to. You can't be walking like you can't be walking on the path, and every now and then you're stopping to dodge leaves and things, or people shout, jeering at you, because you will never get to destination. You just need to put your earphones in and then go till you get there. And that's the only way I think creators can excel. If they think about themselves, have the purpose, and then think of the end of the journey and not just how people think about or what other people are doing and how another person looks more successful than them. But a lot of it is packaging.
That makes me wonder something right now. So how important is your brand integrity as a creator? I ask this because we're talking about monetizing as a creator, right? So let's take me. I've set out on a journey to educate people, enhance their minds. So we're having these great conversations. So let's say somebody watches my numbers, they like what I'm doing, and they say, Richie, here's $100,000. Do dance video for us.
I want to watch that.
At what point is it monetizing, and at what point is it selling out?
At what point is it what monetizing?
Yes, and at what point is it selling out? It's like, yes, if somebody comes to me right now and says they want to give me $100,000 so that I talk about their products, that's in line with my brand integrity.
Yeah, okay.
But they want me to do dance video to hype a song.
Oh no, okay. I think there's room for pivoting, right? But you should also need to ask yourself if whatever you're about to do, it falls in line with your brand. Brands are built on pillars and they're built on values. And if everybody that's building a brand needs to know what their values are. Values are basically what you stand for. If you think that this thing that they're asking me to do, it doesn't align with my brand, and you still go and take it and do it, then you're tarnishing your brand.
Yeah.
And even the audience that supports you will see that it's disjointed, and then it doesn't
connect.
It doesn't connect, and then it feels like this doesn't look right. That's why sometimes you see like your idol doing something out of the way. It's cringe for you. You're like, I don't want to mention this, but like recently, my brother called me like, why this guy to do this thing? The way I respect her from the time I grew. And he saw the guy do something completely like out of his path. And he was like, why? What's happening? Is it money? Why is he doing this online? And so, yeah, you need to ask yourself, is it in line with your brand? Does it align with your pillars? Does it align with the values that you stand for? If it doesn't, don't do it. Because then you start to look out of place. It's like you dragged a 90-year-old to a club party. It looks out of place. It doesn't look right because maybe she should be offered to offer a new kidney or something. So that's why she came there. But it starts to look desperate. And I think people should be very clear on what their brand stands for.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a content creator, because like if you see a lot of Lagos, I mean, he does some things that are cringe though. But if
but that's his style.
Yeah. Maybe right, he's done it so much that now you've accepted that it's something he can do. Maybe see a lot of Lagos reviewing a house. When he started with cars, it was cars that he was known for. When I saw him reviewing houses, I'm like, okay, it's not cars, but it still falls in the whole affluent bracket. Like, it's still wealth related. It's still material stuff. It's still signs of success, and it's still a review.
Yeah.
It's still a review. So,
and I think if you're ready to pivot to the question you have to ask yourself is it something you can be consistent in?
Yeah.
It needs to mean something to you. I can let you know, when I started this journey of wanting to share my knowledge, educate people and stuff, it caught people by surprise.
Yeah.
I know people who are like, this is not the Richie we know,
Yeah.
but it's something I meant,
Yeah.
something I actually wanted to do. So I knew I could be consistent
Me,
with it.
when I saw you do that thing, I just had the feeling that is you on a day to day.
Yeah.
And the people around you keep telling you that
Yeah.
you should be sharing this knowledge.
100%.
Because I get that too a lot. So when I said, I'm like, his team has probably told him that you can't just be sharing this knowledge in the office every day.
You know, I had
You
a former
better-
employee who bought my book, and the review they gave back to me was, "I love the book, and it reminded me of listening to you talk all the time about your knowledge." I was like, "Oh wow!"
So you see, like, and this is me not even knowing the story behind it, but by watching 1, 2, 3 of this, I'm like, this is him. Like, this is the Richie that if you're around him, he's probably, this is what he really stands for.
Yeah,
Right? The Richie that people know is just, oh, the guy that made music and is behind the hits and the talent and stuff. But Richie is probably someone that when you sit by him, he's just pure knowledge. He's just sharing things like a wise sage. And I'm sure his team has said, Master, you better go sit on behind camera and share it. Yeah, so yeah, it's very much in line with your brand. And
yeah.
if I see you with, because now you have an audience, I see you doing TikTok dances and I'll be a bit confused. I'm like, wait, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Unless there's some hidden talent, dance talent that I don't know about. But
I think a lot of people end up selling out unintentionally. And especially because they can't find ways to monetize, now they become desperate. So any opportunity looks like an opportunity to them. I've seen it happen to a lot of artists where maybe this is their style of music, but they're not making enough, money. They're not getting the numbers that they want. So they just decide to pivot to something that doesn't connect with them. There's an artist, I won't mention his name, but I saw this happen to him where he was an underground artist and he was a great dancehall artist. And he kept trying and trying and trying and it wasn't working. And then he recorded one Asokpo song and the song hit. Now he was stuck because he can't keep giving them the Asokpo songs because that's not him.
yeah,
And now when he tries to do the dancehall music, nobody's minding him because they're like, why is this Asokpo guy trying to do dancehall music? So he now got stuck and ended up becoming a one-hit wonder.
yeah.
It
It happens to them a lot.
happens to them a lot.
I think that if you even do that support, and it's something that you can do, because some of the artists are versatile,
Yeah,
then pick that, then that becomes a sound.
yeah,
But if it's something that you just did because you are desperate to hit, and then you hit, and then you can't keep it up, then you become a one-hit wonder.
yeah.
So I think we're saying the same thing. They should just all focus on doing what is in line with what they stand for. Yeah.
What kind of systems or structures, financial structures, do you think a creator should start putting in place right from the word go to be able to monetize in the long run?
I think in Africa, I don't know if it's a financial structure, but it should start from contracts. To me, a contract is the biggest financial step you should take to protect yourself as a creative in this space, or even it's at least put some structure on paper, because now you know it's a contract. It's listed what you're doing, who is doing for you, how much you be paid and stuff. Contracts. Me, I'm a victim. Just a victim. It's the word victim, but yeah, I've been undone before because I didn't have an ironclad contract. But I've learned from it, and it's only made me a better person. But not everybody will get opportunity to learn from it, and it might mess you up or good. So I think contracts are very, very important. People need to first make sure that they have a contract before they start anything they do, because it allows the money to come in, because it shows you what is really happening. It's a documented um, piece of whatever paper that allows you to be paid, and that allows you not to be exploited. Um, registration. I
Registration.
know these
A
are
lot of people don't register their
yeah,
businesses
but
as
these are
creatives.
I know these are things that like business 101. Like just do these are but I'm talking in the context of Africa, and I know you asked about financial steps, but if you don't register your business, you can lose an opportunity just because. I'll give you an example. We are currently running an incubator for Fidelity
Mm-hmm.
for creative entrepreneurs. Over 470 people applied. Some of the things that we used to sift through to arrive at the last 25 was things as simple as, are you a registered business?
Mm-hmm.
And these some of them are popular brands that are loud online and are
Yeah.
doing things and have even following, but you're not registered. The end goal of this is to do a payout or to give you a loan,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not registered. They've lost the bag, they've lost money.
Yeah.
So that is the financial misstep by just not registering your company. So that's another one. So registering your business, I think having a financial person in your team is so essential to a creative
Mm-hmm.
person. Like even me, that I've come this far, I'm not the most financially literate person. I won't even lie about that. I have an idea of what you should be doing, but when it comes to very hardcore, detailed conversations on investment and things like
Yeah.
my business partner, Ohima and Natasha will step in because they understand those things, and I'll be there. But I, I'm not. And if even it goes beyond us, we are not shy to
Ask
hire
for
a
help from
consultant
outside. Yeah.
and say, please, we need an investment consultant, or we need this person to come help us crunch this. I don't think you should be shy as a creative to
To partner with
access
others.
that help or partner with someone who understands their numbers and knows what because let me tell you, like in the financial world, right, there are tricks to becoming wealthy and there are tricks
Mm-hmm.
to moving money around. My friend was financial engineering. Like
I love that.
there,
Financial engineering.
yeah, because there are ways around it. Especially when you go to America and you talk to some people who are super wealthy. Oh, how did you make this? Oh, I had this, I had that, and this was making money for me, and I put
Yeah.
this here, and then I got a cutback on this, and my tax losses on this, and like you understand the system.
Mm-hmm.
You figured out how money works for you. You get what I mean? And sometimes in this part of the world, we're just used to money making money is that you someone just bought this, you got the money, you put it in a bank account, and then it was there, it was growing, getting interest.
You say about
No,
62% of Africans are financially illiterate.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and we have to accept that we are, so that we learn.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, even me, I don't think I'm the best at it. Like I've survived till now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I need help, I call. Like when I need help, I reach out to people that I think know what they're doing.
As you're talking about help and building a team, okay, we're talking about the structures they need to put in
Mhm.
place. What kind of ecosystem can a creator surround themselves with to make sure, like in the long term, they monetize the
So,
talent?
like I said, people, business, well, is it analysts or people who, business developers, someone who can help them
Yeah.
run a business. They need to have tools and like tools that would help them uh, do even like accounting and things like that. I think every creative needs a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs a mentor. My mentors change every now and then. Not that I move on when I feel like I don't need anything from you
Mm-hmm.
anymore, but because I evolve every now and then, so I find a new mentor who is towing that line. So mentorship is great. Um, Building a team is important. Having finance and business people in the team is important. And having the tools and software and resources that would help you excel too is important. And that allows you to have an ecosystem that allows you to excel.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's this one thing I like to do, right? I want you to imagine, because over here, our aim, like I always say, is to turn people into masterminds.
Okay.
So I want you to imagine you could stretch your hand into the camera and implant one mindset into a creator watching you right now so that they can become a mastermind. What mindset would that be?
So I'm giving advice.
Yes. But deep-seated advice.
The first thing is that mindset is everything for a creator, right? Accepting and understanding that you are a business and not just a content creator. You understand? There's creating content, and then there's a point where I am creating content. There's a point where I am a business. You need to know when that time comes, right? So you should always be ready to become a business. Then the second thing I'll say is ego. Let your ego down and learn. Let the ego down and learn. That's the only way you learn. Because when you, like you said, he who knows not
knows not and knows not that he knows not.
So let the ego down. You can only learn if you put the ego away, because you can't learn anything if you feel like you know it. We're all learning every day. And then the last thing is consistency. Consistency is the only way out of this, because if you're waiting for quick results, it doesn't happen. You have to keep going, because even when people want to trust you with things, they want to trust you because they know that you've been doing it for a while, or you're credible, or they can be assured that, this person has been in the game and knows what they are doing. But you're not like a flash in the pan or a one-hit wonder. So be consistent, let your ego down and learn. And also, that was the first thing. Yeah. Have a mindset change. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Meister.
We finished.
We finished. It's an awesome conversation.
I feel like I was over talking at some point.
Oh, no. It's a great conversation.
Okay.
I do know that a lot of people watching will be able to benefit so much from this. Creators, if you're out there, follow this Mastermind and become a mastermind. Thanks for watching this episode. The fact that you stayed all the way through to the end tells me that you're not only curious, but you have the discipline to see what you do all the way through to the end. Now let's build a community of thinkers who are ready to become the best version of themselves. So subscribe to the channel and the mindset that you will develop and grow every day to become a true mastermind.